have written a comparative history about how navigators learned their profession between the 16th and the 18th centuries, which is exactly when the art of navigation became far more technical and abstract and mathematical. This was an apprentice-based art which took years to perfect. I have spent a lot of time trying to find sailors in the archives, which is difficult because they didn't leave a lot of written records. So I traveled to 15 different archives in 6 different countries to find manuscripts that they've created and their old textbooks. So using those documents, I've created 6 different scenes. I start in Spain in 1552, then we spend some time in Amsterdam around the year 1600. We return there a century later as well. And then the final chapter of my book is the southern Indian Ocean in the year 1789, when a young lieutenant has to bring a ship full of convicts and supplies to Australia, but he hits an iceberg. And luckily, thanks to the math lessons that he studied as a youth, he was able to take the ship to safety. The other thing that I really try and focus on is technologies crossing international borders, and not just instruments, but also kind of concepts. So trigonometry was something that was introduced to France by this very important cleric who taught navigation in his living room. And he read about trigonometry from probably Dutch texts and brought it to teach in his classroom, which was so important and so well received that Louis XIV and Colbert rolled it out across the entire national curriculum. Well, I feel very fortunate. I'm in a wonderful department. The history department at York is really filled with a great group of scholars who do very well-regarded research, both nationally and internationally. So it's a real pleasure to work with these colleagues. Also, the university library has been an amazing resource.